So there has been some freak out about Apple's latest iOS 13.5 release. Here's what I will cover in this video: the positives of iOS 13.5, COVID-19 contact tracing, the issue of privacy, and why you should not be concerned right now. So let's get started with the positives. First, there are several bug fixes that were released, which is pretty typical of your average iOS update. Faster screen unlock for those of you that are choosing to wear a mask. Passcode automatically appears for unlocking your phone when you have a mask on. A FaceTime update to the tiles of the little people that are in the group chats. And an option to automatically share health and other essential information from your phone's medical ID with emergency services when you place a 911 call in the United States. So now on to the controversial stuff, contact tracing. If you haven't watched my other video about Apple and Google joining forces to fight COVID-19, you might want to watch that to help clear some of this up. The link is actually included down below. Contact tracing basically allows iOS and Android phones to communicate anonymously with each other via built-in APIs and health apps created by public health authorities. Here's how it works. First, Apple and Google update their iOS and Android software with Bluetooth-based contact tracing APIs that communicates with both operating systems. States' public health authorities must then give the okay for their states to participate or not. As of today, May 22nd, 2020, only 3 states are participating in this. Right now, Alabama, North Dakota, and South Carolina. You can check your state's current status as of today at the 9to5Mac website that I provided down below. Once a state participates and builds an app, you can then download it to your phone, and your phone will use Bluetooth to connect to other phones nearby. When your phone does this, all phones have encrypted codes that they will share with each other. These encrypted codes change every 5 minutes, so your phone remains anonymous. And so do you. Then whoever tests positive for the coronavirus puts that into their public health official app. From there, that person's phone will go through, and what I understand is a local database of all the encrypted phone codes, and notifies each phone that it has been in contact with over the last 14 days. That way, the phones know that they have been in contact with someone who has contracted the virus. At this point, your iPhone or Android will then notify you via a push notification that you've been in contact with someone who currently has COVID-19 and that you should go ahead and get tested. So while it all sounds pretty straightforward and simple, privacy is still a concern. This stuff is all supposed to be saved locally on your phone and not on Apple or Google's databases. However, the government side of things, they may make a push to grab that data. Also, how encrypted are those codes that our phones share? How safe is the local database, if there is such a thing? How much of our privacy is actually being compromised? These are all issues and thoughts that are going through a lot of people's minds when it comes to the contact tracing technology. Honestly, I don't think that we should be all that worried. While Google isn't 100% on privacy, Apple is, and I think Apple will keep Google honest. And in fact, I think they'll both keep each other honest. Not just that, but I feel like if the phones actually have a local database, then the local database and encryption keys are a pretty good idea. And chances are, this is fairly safe. It's not perfect, but it's much safer than when you share a photo of your child on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. Also, Bluetooth can't be tracked like GPS, so this could be a good sign since they're using Bluetooth rather than any other technology. Are there any concerns for the future? I'm sure there are. I'm not 100% sold on this either, but the reality is once we buy a new smartphone, this technology will already be built in, so we can fight it as long as possible by keeping our old phones and not updating them until they, officially just die out. But eventually, we will have to just go with the tech. Anyways, I've included some article links down below. I've also included a link to my other video that covers this topic, and I would like to hear your thoughts on this. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.